Quick Facts on William Stanley Milligan, Billy Milligan, Part 2, 24 Personalities. Billy Milligan had 24 different personalities. The 10. These 10 are the alters whom personalities Ragen and Arthur decided were not undesirable. They freely shared consciousness, and doctors quickly learned of their existences. 1. Billy Milligan, William Stanley Milligan, is the core personality. 2. Arthur is an extremely sophisticated and educated Englishman. An expert in science and medicine, with a focus on hematology. He is in the spot, that is, in charge of the shared body, during times that required intellectual thinking. Arthur is one of only 2 personalities who could classify a person in the group as an undesirable. 3. Ragen Vadiskovich is the keeper of hate. His name comes from the words rage again. Ragen describes himself as Yugoslavian, has a Slavic accent, can write and speak in Serbian and is extraordinarily strong. He controls the spot in dangerous times and can designate group members as undesirable. He admitted committing robbery in order to support the family, but had no knowledge of the rapes. 4. Alan is a con man and a manipulator. He is the most common person to talk to the outside world. He plays the drums and paints portraits. Also the only right-handed self. He is the only personality that smokes cigarettes. 5. Tommy is the escape artist. He is often confused with Alan. He plays the tenor sax and is an electronic sexpert. He is also a painter, specializing in landscapes. 6. Danny is afraid of people, especially men. He only paints still lifes and never paints landscapes. He says this was because Chlma made him dig his own grave and buried him in it. 7. David, age 8, is the keeper of pain. He comes to the spot to take the pain of the others. 8. Christine, age 3, was the one who would stand in the corner in school when Billy would get in trouble. She has dyslexia, but Arthur taught her to read and write. Ragen has a special bond with her. 9. Christopher, Christine's brother, plays the harmonica. 10. Adalana, a lesbian, cooks and cleans house for the others, and writes poetry. Milligan's attorney claimed that Adalana had admitted to committing the rapes without the knowledge of Milligan or the other alters. The undesirables. These people were labeled undesirable after breaking the rules laid down by Ragen and Arthur. These alters were no longer allowed on the spot, that is, to hold consciousness, and only revealed themselves after Milligan was sent to the hospital. 11. Phil is a thug and took part in planning some small-time crimes. Has a Brooklyn accent. Marked due to him being a criminal. 12. Kevin is a criminal planner. He helped devise a plan to rob a drugstore. Labeled also because he is a criminal. 13. Walter is Australian. He calls himself a big game hunter and has an excellent sense of direction. Was often used as a spotter. He was labeled because he shot and killed a crow. 14. April only has thoughts about destroying Billy's stepfather. Declared an undesirable when she convinced Ragen to kill Chlma. Luckily though, Arthur was able to talk him out of it at the last second. 15. Samuel is a Jewish person and the only one who believes in God. Was marked because he sold some of the other people's personal paintings. 16. Mark is the workhorse. He is often referred to as the zombie because he does nothing unless he is told, and will stare at walls when bored. 17. Steve is the imposter. He uses imitations for comedy. Steve never accepted that he was an MP. He was made to be undesirable because his comedy caused the family problems. 18. Lee is the prankster, and his practical jokes normally get the family into trouble. He does not care about consequences for his actions. He was made an undesirable because one of his jokes put them into solitary confinement. 19. Jason is the pressure valve. He was used at the beginning to release tension for the family, but he caused them to get into too much trouble and was marked as an undesirable. 20. Bobby always dreams of leading some adventure or fixing some global crisis, but he has no ambitions and was labeled due to that fact. 21. Sean, who is 4 and deaf, makes buzzing sounds so he can feel the vibration in his head. He was labeled an undesirable because there was no benefit from being deaf later on in life. Even though he is an undesirable, he was never cast into the shadows beyond the spot. He was just never allowed to take the spot. 22. Martin is a snob from New York. He wants things just handed over to him without earning them. 23. Timothy worked in a florist shop until he encountered a gay man who flirted with him. He went into his own world after that. 24. The teacher, not an undesirable, was by far the greatest milestone to helping Billy achieve fusion. He is the sum of all 24 people put together, and has almost total recall of all the other people's actions and thoughts. Thank you.